I want to see something funny. I want to see if I can grab a ship with a harpoon and swing it around. Like, does the physics engine allow this? So we're gonna create a spin block, and let's see, is there a way to tell if we have attached? I want it to basically be if we have a harpoon attached, then we'll just start spinning it. I think I could use the fact that it'll be consuming power, but I don't want to do that because I can't really guarantee it's using its full power when it's... then again, it's going to be constantly... Theoretically, it should be constantly pulling in, so it should be constantly using power, so that should work. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is this is just going to rotate constantly. It's going to continuously spin, but the turret is going to aim it, so it can lock on until we start using power. Interesting. Is there not a way? It doesn't appear to be a way, unless I missed it, to see our power. So we're just going to have to use normal ACBs. This feels like a step backwards for me personally, but you know, that's the weird balance, is that ACBs, breadboards, and Lua boxes can do a bunch of weird things that the others can't. So there's no way for this block to see what power we have, and there's no way for this block to change the spin rate of a spin block. Or to lock a turret, rather. This will probably not work now that I'm thinking about it. It's probably just gonna see that... It probably just goes straight from the missile winch. So what we would need to do instead is have this out. Highly unlikely this works anyway, though. The idea is to grab them and then just, like, twirl them around so that they go flying around us. See if it works. I don't want you shooting or taking damage. Frankly, I don't want you moving either. So, as expected, we are not really moving because this just matches the spin of the turret. But once it grabs on, it should start consuming power. Yes. All right. We're reworking this a little. I can get the harpoon's length, so I'll maybe make it when it's within a certain distance. Then we just lock it up. So when it's at 1/10 of its max length right now, we want it to be, see, we want it to be right around, like, 200 blocks away. So what's the actual max length? 300. So what is 200 of 300? Or sorry, 200 of 3000. That should be... like a 15th? What would that be? 0.06. Ooh. Oh. Alright, not if B is 0. Come on. Oh god, it's so slow. Oh. Kinda works. Oh my god. Alright, way more effective. Yes, it kind of works. Wait, does it actually work? It works! Mate, oh, what are you doing? Oh, come on. So we're gonna do a PID to get this as close as we can to 0.066. So this is 100 meters. This is where we want it. and then we only stop controlling this and start spinning this if we're where we want it. Okay, so we should tweak the spin rate. There we go. So we're tweaking the spin rate until we've reached that desired value. Now we should start slowing it down because it's a little too far away. I think we just want to invert it because it's kind of going the wrong way. All right, it's a little confused. We need to drop it back down. Please. So now we're only modifying it if we're close enough. Otherwise, we're just setting the speed to 0. All right, perfect. We inverted it and we made it so it'll just stop spinning if it's not, if we don't want it to spin right now. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, too high. It's already exploding due to being too high. Well, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna make that even worse. Those two don't really work together, actually. Okay, so it'll start pulling. Once it's close enough, it'll start spinning. Please? All right, there we go. Oh god, I think it's a little bit too fast. Oh, and then it starts slowing down. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to need to tweak that PID a little, but it's working. Now we just want it to be an elevator and we want it to twirl. Wait, did they increase the max height size of... Oh my god, thank god. Or the dev team. Whichever one did this. I don't know if this was divine mandate or like a new feature, but I'm so glad that you can now actually have giant prefabs. We want it to like wave it up and down by 15 degrees. So now when we're attached, should just like waggle it up and down. Yeah, like that. That's just, yeah, discombobulate him a bit. Really no use. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit though. And by a little bit I mean half. Half the rate at which it goes up and down. Alright, so it will extend the arm. It'll like increase it up to 180. But if they're not close enough, it'll decrease it down to 0. And it'll go down a little bit faster than it goes up. Granted, that's gonna start accelerating because of how angles work. Right at 45 degrees, it should start speeding up. This little like shroud should hopefully be able to take a few stray shots. It's not the most cost-effective armor. Oh my god. I'm not even like tired. Why can't I say armor scheme? Look at that. Absolute beefy crane. Oh god, it's awful looking. You know what I want to do, actually? Before we see this in action, I want to fix a relevant issue that has been plaguing this. So if we've fired missile in the past 5 seconds, so now we add another little clause, so we're not active for 5 seconds after a missile has been fired. So it doesn't move. Now it's no longer in cooldown mode. Okay. Oh, shit. We don't have enough power. Finally. God. Okay. Turns out making your fortress out of pure heavy armor makes it very expensive to lift up. Oh, thank God. Alright, I'm gonna let that thing dissolve and then do it for real once again. Okay. Like a carnival ride. I've been to this exact ride before. You know, the ride where they shoot out a harpoon and grab you and then twirl you around in the air. There it goes. Oh, come on. Why are you going so fast? Slow the hell down. You know what I need to do? I need to increase the gain on this PID. What happens with a proper ship? Granted, this one probably has some actual active defenses. Nope. Either that or they failed. And we go. There we go. It seems to really confound its aiming, actually. I'm curious. Okay. What the fuck? Why did it immediately explode? Wait, what? You're in God mode! Why are you exploding? Let's do it as a structure instead. I should have done this a while ago. Hell yeah, it works. Our god-awful, goofy-ass crane just twirls them around like a dumbass. Puts them in air jail. Unfortunately, it seems some vehicles are completely fine with being in midair. Even though this one is, like, pretty much disabled. Turns out, twirling around like cram ships makes them... Yeah, it like kind of neutralizes them. Which is really funny. So if we actually had a gun... That's the technique now. We'll just slowly chip it down with this thing. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? It can't fight back. Ignore the fact that it's actually taking little chunks out. Alright, so it seems to be incredibly... How expensive is this? You know what? Less than I expected. That's really funny, actually, have just one static battery that will blast it as it swirls around. Anyway, that took way longer than I expected. I think that's gonna be all for this video. We give him an all expenses paid free little carnival ride. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. But either way, thank you for watching and have a nice day.